right after the first pitch, and Minnick delivers. 1 run in. Here's Christian Jones, and the ball gets away. And a 2-out, 2 RBI double by Zach Minnick. Zach Cohn now with 1 down and rips one in the center. Here's Myers on the move, and Myers with the diving catch. Myers, a pitch he can drive. Deep in the left to the wall, and it's gone. A 2-run shot for Bryce Myers, his first of the season. And it's a 10-run inning here in the 4th. To open up the frame. Haas gets a pitch he can drive deep to left center, and that ball's gone. Christian Jones, 14 home run on the year. He's tied for the Big South lead and picks up his 50th RBI here on Senior Day. That ball got out of the park in a hurry. Fight off the end of his bat. How about this? Jorel to Jimenez and a double play. Opportunity for Zach Minnick. And that'll do it. The Fighting Camels are your Big South regular season conference champions. Here's what's been cooking so far. How about Daniel Wilcutt? 5 strikeouts in the first 3 innings, making quick work of these Campbell bats offensively. West Noble having to cover his position on a toss from Tyler Anshaw. And then Christian Jones going down, looking back in the 2nd inning. Noble himself, pretty good effort on the hill. Here's his lone strikeout of the day, retiring Ryan Watson. And then Noble getting some help from his defense. This a double for Winthrop. That's now 5 punch-outs for Winthrop. Campbell has 1, and Noble, who at one time was Campbell's strikeout leader on the year, currently 2nd on the team behind Winans, will deal to Halstead. And Tyler chases for strike 2. Tyler Halstead, a base hit back in the 1st inning, one of 2 hits for the Eagles to this point. This series has been very similar in terms of how the first games have unfolded. Game 1, Winthrop had more runners on base but could not cash them in. Campbell then flipped the script yesterday, leaving 10 on the bases. Good battle here by Tyler Halstead, fighting off pitches with 2 strikes. Campbell now coming in 6-3 on Sundays, going with the home oranges today. Playable here for Barefoot. Didn't have to move too much for out number 1. West Noble, a pretty talented So here now, Dylan Morton coming up. We mentioned with Noble, he plays the violin. A nice little performance at the student athlete banquet earlier this year. Now trying to retire the freshman Dylan Morton. Starting pitching has been excellent this weekend. Look now across all 3 games. No starter has gone less than 6 for their staff. And it looks like Noble and Wilcutt in good territory to go deep into this game. As that fastball kicked it up a bit. 90 miles an hour from Noble and 1-2 count. Dylan Morton, a ground out victim, and is only at bat in the first. Winthrop as an offense has had some success in the middle innings. 4th and 5th are some of their big scoring frames. As Noble misses with a running fastball to work the count full.
Keep in mind, Campbell has allowed a good amount of runs in the 4th and 5th as well. On the opposite side of the equation. West Noble, though, now in his 11th start, trying to give his team a big boost on the hill. And gets a swinging punch out on the curve. Late break to that pitch, and Noble picks up his 2nd K of the day, and now 2 gone by in the inning. How about this curveball? Just sneaking in, forcing a self-defense swing by Dylan Morton. Better to go down swinging than by looking. Certainly the case. As Gibson, no chance on that curve. A little 12-6 action for strike 1. Gibson kicks this one out of play. No chance for Kyle Mell. A Winthrop offense that has done much better against left-handed starters than against right. A lot of big bats on the left side in Winthrop's attack. 4 today, including the switch hitter, Cale Gibson. Who's now down in the count, 0-2. And not afraid to swing it as Gibson with 2 strikes to keep the at-bat alive. Plain and simply put, the key to Winthrop's success is out-hitting their opponent. That's how they're going to win ball games this year. And Gibson skies one in the corner. Here's Barefoot on the move. And just foul. Could have been his 3rd double of the weekend for Gibson after bouncing around against Alan Winans twice for doubles. West Noble here now climbing towards 60 pitches on a ball very close to the line. Let's take another look. As Barefoot kind of gives up on the ball late, and that one not too far foul. Here's the 4th pitch of the at-bat with 2 strikes. And this time Noble delivers. Punch out for West Noble, his 2nd of the inning. And we move now to the bottom of the 4th. All scoreless here in Game 3 of the series. A reminder, fans, keep up with the conversation and learn new details about what's going on or share your own experiences as you join the Always Grow Network of fans on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and more. Plus, find and follow this year's newest conference source for game updates and championship coverage on Twitter at Big South Game Day. Follow, watch, like, and share with the Big South Conference today. Good pitchers duel at this point, just 2 hits, and both for Winthrop. As the top of this Campbell lineup will take on a veteran pitcher here, Daniel Wilcott, who has been excellent stepping up as of late. And let's see how Barefoot can respond after a slow start. Fly ball to McFalls in his first AB. He does pull back on the bunt attempt. That went off his front foot, always a bit painful for strike 1. Matthew Barefoot in his quest to climb up the conference rankings. Right now sitting 4th in terms of Big South batting average. In conference play alone, Barefoot has been on fire. Hitter nearly 380 as he rips a ball off the glove. Now a tough play for Sullivan. And Barefoot works out an infield single. So Campbell, a leadoff man on, and more importantly, their first hit of the day. As how about this sharp shot from Barefoot? Sullivan did a nice job knocking it down, but no chance to gun down the speed of Barefoot. Now Luis Jimenez up with a clean slate. Campbell trying to strike against a good starting pitcher in Daniel Wilcott. Pitch number 43 from the senior is poked foul. Jimenez hitting out of the second spot for the 13th time this year. Mostly as a leadoff threat is Luis. Nearly twice amount of games in the top spot. But when you combine the speed of Jimenez and Barefoot, regardless of how you stack them up, certainly makes for an electric Campbell attack that is averaging nearly 7 runs a game in conference. This weekend, however, Winthrop's been keeping him down. So Barefoot drawing attention. He leads the conference in stolen bases with 25. Luis will pull back on the bunt attempt. So here for Jimenez. His bat was red hot coming into the week. Right now, though, just 2 for 9 in the series. As Barefoot continues to draw attention over there at first. He's actually top 30 in the country in steals this year. So Wilcutt will keep firing over. So now 1-2 to Jimenez. Luis now looking for some new signs from Justin Hare. We've seen some 2-out bunts this year with 2 strikes in the at-bat. Now Jimenez looking to go for it and can't make contact. A strikeout for Daniel Wilcutt, his 6th of the day. And that opportunity goes awry for out number 1. Jimenez trying to reach out and make contact. With that pitch so far out of the zone, he almost has to step on the plate even to try to get a piece of the baseball. So 1 gone by for Jeff Haas. Barefoot will certainly be among the Big South leaders in stolen bases this year. He's got a 5 stolen base cushion on the next man in the conference rankings. Winthrop certainly did their research and keeping tabs on Barefoot here from first. For Jeff Haas, a strikeout, 1 of 6 Ks for Wilcutt. And now Barefoot's running. Haas collects a base hit as well. There's Barefoot now to third. Haas will hold it first. And a hit and run base hit by the senior. 2 hits now in the inning against Wilcutt. Sets up men in the corners here with 1 out. That's where Haas can be dangerous, jumping out of the fastball. And Barefoot easily able to make it to third. As this will set the table for the Big South RBI leader in Christian Jones. Wilcutt, his first real trouble of the day. He retired the first 9 he faced. And now trying to deal with a home run threat in Christian Jones, who trails only Chandler Redmond for the home run lead. As Jones playing some small ball, can't keep it in play. Jones has a walk-off bunt this year Also has driven in 3 runs on sacrifice bunts. Not afraid to play some small ball if the opportunity calls for it. Let's see what he can do here with 1 out. Good curveball from Daniel Wilcutt. Works it to 0-2. Jones now 49 RBI as well. He trails Cole Hallam by 1, or last year's season high. He has a long way to go to crack into the top 5 in all-time Campbell history, but this campaign is a top 10 mark for RBI. And retired is Jones on the slider. 2 punch outs now for Wilcutt in the inning. He's got 7 today. And trying to throw his way out of trouble with 2 outs. And Zach Minnick, who has a 2-out RBI hit in this one, slots it in with 2 outs. Good fastball by Wilcutt, pumping it up at 90 miles an hour. Minnick and Jones both were strikeout victims in a row in the 2nd inning, trying to avoid the same fate here in the 4th. Haas gets a walking lead, but it won't matter. As now they count 0-2. This will put on red alert for Ryan Watson with the 1st to 3rd signs. Trying to slow down this Campbell running game. Minnick now 1 for 9 on the weekend as Campbell looks to strike for a run in this 4th inning, having only scored 1 in the last 2 games. Haas now off for 2nd, and a balk is called. That'll drive in a run, as Daniel Wilcutt, the balk, makes it 1-0. Home plate umpire Joseph Smith arguing with Tom Reginas as Barefoot scores on the gifted run. Reginas saying that the pitcher did step off the mound before moving the ball out of his mitt. I wonder if we have a look at that, because there's a clean look at it. That was almost simultaneous when the ball came out of his mitt, which would be a motion towards home plate. Reginas' case will not be heard. So Campbell gets a run in. Haas now at 2nd base with 2 outs. What an opportunity for Campbell to take advantage. Minnick with 23 RBI this year. And able to fight it off with 2 strikes. Zach Minnick, a tough month of April, but he's bounced back here in May. He has scored a run now in 8 of his last 10 games. Trying to drive in a run this time with Haas over at 2nd. And Minnick picks up a base hit. The Camels add on, make it 2-0, as Minnick now in his 2nd base. Haas scores easily, and the Camels double the lead here in the 4th. So both Barefoot and Haas have scored with 2 outs. How about a clutch 2-out single, or a double officially, for Zach Minnick? Can't assume that Gibson would have made the play. And Jeff Haas, who stole and started the action, making life tough as the pitching coach, will head to the mound. Clint Chrysler in his 7th year. Winthrop traditionally known for some scrappy bats and quality starting pitching. As Chrysler finishes up his quick chat with Daniel Wilcott. Two-out rally continues now for Tyler Anshaw. So Campbell now 2 runs on 3 hits, all in the inning. And trying to add on with 2 outs for Anshaw, who's 3rd of the team with 28 RBI. Wilcott all of a sudden struggling to pound the zone. Anshaw now 2 for 9 this weekend, but he has been really picking it up as of late. Some quality at-bats, kicking his average up nearly 20 points in the last 2 weeks. With the ebbs and flows of a long season, Tyler Anshaw has really found his comfort over at first defensively, and what's been most impressive is his bat responding as well in those spots in the order. And now a 2-1 count to Anshaw. Tyler, who now has 8 RBI in the month. I'd love to add to those totals with Zach Minnick over at second. A run in on a balk and an RBI double. Nice response by Wilcott, pounding the zone. As this inning really starting to extend for Daniel Wilcott. He's rising towards 60 pitches now in the ballgame after cruising through the first 3 innings. All of a sudden, the count full to Anshaw. All got started with a leadoff base hit by Barefoot. Haas moving him forward and Minnick bringing him in. And Anshaw retired on the breaking ball. That'll end the 4th inning, but Campbell jumping out in front now 2-0 here through 4.